Hello, I'm Jody Wolf. You're watching Expoz. Today is June 30, 2015 at 3:14 a.m. in Birmingham. Topic, Jade Helm and the lack of. Sounds crazy, guys, but you know what? I got to thinking about something and I spent really maybe an hour last night, and in all total a few hours, and I've come up with something really strange. And you may know these names, you may remember them all, but you have Steve Quayle. He's a heavy hitter on whatever is going on almost all the time, because he's on the Hagman and Hagman report, among many others that have these 1, 2, 3 hour shows daily, and they beg for people like Steve Quayle and Chuck Missler, and just that list goes on. But let me give you some names. L.A. Marzulli, he's the true alien hunter or the giant hunter, and he has found a lot of stuff through all his Watchers series videos through number 8 so far, and he's got another one on the way. And his sidekick, which is the guy that puts the videos together, very, very bright man, Richard Shaw. And then you have Gary Stearman, Prophecy in the News. This guy, if there's a topic, it's been on his show. And of course, Bob Ulrich, who runs things behind the scenes for Gary Stearman. By the way, Gary Stearman's new show is Prophecy Watchers. L.A. Marzulli has one. It's called Watchers TV. Tom Horn has one. It's called Skywatch. Write those 3 down, and you will get your feel of almost any subject you dare to challenge or look into. But I'm not through with the names. Perry Stone, we all know him. He's a good prophetic end times teacher. John Hagee, he's the same. He'll scream week after week after week where we are today in prophecy, and he's dead on. Then you have Jack Van Impe. He knows prophecy inside and out, and he has thousands of verses memorized. And without even opening a book, he'll go right to it, and he's just got it downloaded. Bill Salas, he's the gentleman that's talking about the war that's going, the next war that takes place, not Ezekiel 38:39, but the quick one that you'll see with Israel and perhaps Iran. And then you have Derek Gilbert, he and his wife Sharon, very knowledgeable. She's expert in when you get down really tiny. What is this? It's just down in the germ warfare is what I'm getting at. But virus, Haven, and then Paul McGuire, he's a little bit of everywhere across the board. And then you have I can't even read my own writing again, but you have a Stan. I'll come up with it in a moment. I apologize. I write really good. Chuck Missler, very brilliant gentleman, spent most of his life on the board of major companies, plus in the military, and he was a trigger man on some nukes, by the way. I mean, he was that classified. Jonathan Kahn, the Harbinger author, that's he's begging people to open your eyes and ears. Pay attention to what is going on, because this time is approaching right now. And Doug Woodward, he's kind of in the same lines there. And then you have Doc Marquis. Doc Marquis is an ex-Illuminati. His family is the Illuminati. He took an oath at the age of, I think he was 16 or 17, where they took his left arm and cut it, and then took a crow's feather. He had to dip that crow's feather into the blood in his arm and sign his name over to Satan to become a full-fledged, blown Illuminati member. And he did that. But yet, you call Christ, all that's forgotten. Nothing will keep you from except denying Christ. Nothing will keep you from accepting Christ, and nothing will keep him from coming to you if you call his name. I don't care how many times you sign your souls over to the devil. Devil has no hold on you. Then you have Doug Woodward. I mentioned him. You have Bill Koenig. Brilliant gentlemen. These names, if you can write them down, they're just full of data. I mean, just you just unbelievable. And everything here is about today, right now. And Mark Biltz, he's the gentleman that found the 4 blood moons and wrote the first book about it. And I was going to find that name on that stand. I don't know what I did here, but anyway. But there's so many. There's Russ Briot. There's Doug Hamp. Doug Hamp, brilliant gentleman. Doug Hamp, you got to hear him. He thinks he's found another blood moon date, and I disagree with it. Bob Cornuke, you got this gentleman that thinks he found the true location of the Adam and the Garden of Eden. And then Jerry Robinson, he's about the end time finances. You know, the stories these people have, but I'm going to hit you with a shocker, is my point. Then you have Terry James, Jerry Robinson, Ken Johnson, Joseph Farah, Sam Hoyt. These people, there's so much information, and you couldn't, if you spent 6 months, you'd never hear it all. But here's my point to the whole thing. All these people, every single one of them, are talking about the days we are in today. Everything about what we need to know about today. Everything that we need to know about how to escape the things that are coming, the horrors that are coming upon us. But let me tell you one thing that no one has mentioned, and this really shocks me. None of these guys, none of them has mentioned Jade Helm. And they're all up to date, right on up through June the 19th. In fact, the very latest was June the 29th. I just watched. They have every bit of information you can imagine, but not one of them has mentioned Jade Helm. Why? If that's our next big threat, shouldn't we know it from the people in the know? Well, I'm going to dig into that, and I'm going to do my best to tell you something about it. Jody Wolf Expoz.